Tuesday night, just before 6:30 p.m., Group 3 firefighters were dispatched to Bubbles Laundromat at 50 Central Street for a report of smoke in the building. Crews arrived at a working fire in the building. After a lengthy battle and assistance from multiple surrounding fire department crews, they were able to extinguish the fire. Chief Hayes has more.
Right about 6:37, we got a call for smoke from the building at 50 Central Street, which is a laundromat. All the crews went out. They were on scene within a minute and a half, and they found fire blowing from 3 vents on the roof. Captain ordered fire attack. The guys went right up the ladder with the roof. They took a line up. Captain, they attacked the fire. He immediately struck a working fire, which brings additional help. The 2 ambulances come in. They abandoned the ambulances, began the fire attack with the fire crews, ordered a crew into the building, a line inside the building. They did a quick search, ensured there was nobody inside. They emptied the other 2 buildings on the other side, the hair salon and the CrossFit. They made sure that nobody was in there. And then they began to remove the ceiling to try to find where the fire was inside. And this is where it gets challenging. The guys are working hard up on the roof, putting the fire out they can get at. But the fire was actually burning in a void space with 2 ceilings between the firefighters and the fire. So they pulled down the first ceiling, still no sign of fire. They started to pull the second ceiling down. They got the smoke, they got the fire. And I will say that this is probably one of the most efficient deployment of fire operations I've ever seen. Usually when you have a fire, you have a little problem here, a little problem there. I walked on scene. Typically, as I come on scene, I walk around the building and check everything. I see what the guys have been doing, what they're going to do, if I need to change anything. And this was perfection by my on-duty shift and the second alarm companies. They had the right size line inside the building. They had backup lines inside the building. They had a line up on top of the building attacking up there. The searches of the adjacent parts of the structure had been done. It had been emptied. They had lines in there to protect that against fire extension into those sections. I don't think I've ever seen a fire that went this well from the initial attack. It was very impressive to me.
Due to the heat and humidity, the second and third alarms were struck to help bring more personnel on scene and allow the firefighters to take shifts and recover from the heat.
All the other fire trucks you people might have seen around were just bringing the crews. We had about 45 to 50 guys working that fire. And the way it worked is there was a team of 4. They would go up, do their job. The team of 4 that was up there before would come down, go to rehab. They'd get their rest, their water. Next crew up, and we had a rotation of probably 6 or 8 crews going. Gets difficult to keep track of everybody, but again, fantastic job by the initial arriving crews, the second and third alarm companies, who we weren't familiar with. Coincidentally, they had another fire going in the county, and our normal second alarm companies were there, so we had to bring in the trucks from farther away, Needham, Dedham, people we don't customarily work with. Worked well together. It was a great ending to a potentially really poor outcome.
Outside the laundromat fire, the department has more news coming which will impact the services provided to Norwood residents in a very positive manner.
Some people may know we're trying to move to 2 ALS ambulances from a single ALS and a BLS. We've begun that transition, and more frequently we're having 2 ALS ambulances. That's important to us because it allows us to provide a higher level of care to the citizens of Norwood on a more regular basis. And it's been a process. We've been working on this for 3 years. So on August 8th, Monday, August 8th, we are going to be running 2 ALS ambulances full time. We've adjusted our staffing, we've trained up our guys, more ongoing. But it's a very important transition for this fire department. It's something we've been looking at for 16 years. We went to ALS in 2006 or 7.
Also, Chief Hayes is encouraging individuals interested in pursuing a career with the Norwood Fire Department to apply to take the 2022 Municipal Firefighters Written Examination. The exam is scheduled to begin on October 24th with an application deadline of August 30th. More information on the application can be found at the state's website, mass.gov.